Hi, welcome back to the Rural Project. So I'm back here at the land. As you can see with that sky, it's another beautiful day. It's about 24-25 degrees. Bit of cloud, the sun's shining in between the cloud, and there's a bit of a breeze, which is nice because normally when I'm here it's stinking hot and there's no breeze, so this is really nice today. So I'm back on the access road. Back here, going to start working my way through all of this wood. So I've got the chainsaws with me, I've got the 362 and the 462, so we'll get both of those in action today. So the way I'll tackle this, I'll work through all the smaller stuff, just throw it off to the side because I'll put that through the swing saw later. Grab all the small stuff off to the side and then work my way through some of the bigger stuff. Depending on what it is, I'll either buck it in place or grab it with the excavator and swing it out the way and we'll buck it up. And then, well, basically I'll just see how much I get through tonight. Geez, I'd love to be able to say I'll get through the whole lot this evening, but I've only got a couple of hours and just not sure if I'll get it all done. But the sooner I start, the sooner I'll get it finished. So let's make it start. Well, there's the first lie of the day, because the saws I've brought is actually the 261 and the 362. I left the 462 back up in the shed. Some of this bigger stuff would have been better with the 462, but anyway, we've got what we've got, and I'll get into some of the smaller stuff with the 261. Okay, so I've just done a bit of a move around of all the logs with the excavator. So I've pulled some of the ones out that was underneath on the bottom, sorry, bring them out to the top. Got the 462 out now, so we'll get into some of these logs with the 462. One reason for that, the 362 was chain's gone a bit slack now, and I actually brought another one with me, and it's right at the extent of the chain tensioner, so no issue, we'll go with a bigger saw. Plenty of fun, plenty of power. Right, let's get into this stuff, see if we can get all this booked up. I've got about another hour or so of sunlight, so I'm pretty confident I should get all this done. Looking forward to getting into the really big one behind me in a little bit, but we'll get all this smaller stuff done first. that this stuff is really nice and solid, as you can see. A couple of little cracks just sort of showing it's starting to dry out. But yeah, very solid, very dense. Will be awesome firewood that once I've got that split. Alright, I'm making good progress. Now, I can't really see what my face looks like in here, but I would imagine it's absolutely grafted. This is what I tend to look like once I've finished. Not like some of the guys like Kasabi Tools. Man, he looks like he's had hair and makeup and a quick wash before he ever goes in camera. Yeah, he does the same work. I don't know how he does it. Anyway, I'm making really good progress. All of this has all been booked to length. I've just driven the excavator over the pile there and then pulled. There's a few more logs just down the side of the hill, so I've pulled them into the middle. I'll get into them with a chainsaw in a minute, and then on the other side of the excavator is the really big log, so we'll take you over there and you can watch as we cut it up. was a seriously productive day. You can see I've got all of the logs in the back behind the excavator, they're all cut. There are a couple that still need to be cut. I've just run out of fuel. I'm back in a couple of days to start the splitting, so I'll deal with them then. Everything was going great until, can you believe it, this final log, the big one that needed the excavator, turned the excavator on. I fired up the excavator, put the key in, fired up the excavator, all the lights come on, started the engine, started fine. Moved the safety lever so that I would engage the hydraulics. Absolutely nothing. Went to turn the engine off, couldn't turn it off. Had to go to there's a button in the back in the engine bay that you press that and that kills the engine. What I found is so inside of here, underneath there, there's a, I think it's 50 amp, a massive fuse anyway, big fuse, 50 amp fuse, that just keeps blowing. And as soon as, so I swapped it out because that was a spare, I put the spare in. As soon as you start it up, the engine fires up, but it actually blows the fuse straight away. Yeah, when you start it up, it starts up fine, but immediately that it gets going, it blows the fuse, and I can tell because the petrol gauge and temperature gauge just dropped down to 0, as though there's no electricity getting to it. So that fuse blows straight away. So that's happened twice now. But without that, I cannot get this excavator out of the way. So it's going to be a bit of a pain when I come back in a few days' time to do a bit of splitting. But I'll do a little bit of YouTube. If anybody out there knows what this issue is going to be, and put it in the comments below. The only issue is by the time I get around to editing this video, I'll have either fixed it or I'll have dragged this excavator off and buried it in the dam, because I'll be sick to death of trying to fix it. But anyway, that's for another day. I've had a cracking day. Really good progress today. All of this. Oh, join me next time, because the next time I bring you back, I'll be doing some splitting. There'll be a bit of splitting action with a log splitter. Right, so thank you so much for watching. Looking at my face on here, I think it's absolutely grafted. I suppose it helps when the gloves are filthy too. But thanks so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed this evening, and I will see you next time on the Rural Project.